Welcome to week 2 of transforming this old 1970s office building into Louisville's newest residential style boutique hotel for superstays. Come check it out. We're 9 days in here with demo. The demo crew has almost gotten the entire place fully exposed, as you can see, and they've been filling a dumpster every single day for metal and trash. And this week we found the plumber put an extra $40,000 in the budget for plumbing insulation. I don't know if we need it or not. The biggest question this week has become, are we gonna be able to keep the existing concrete floors after the carpet's taken up, or are they too destroyed and will we need to put new floors down on top of it? So we're standing where the conference room was, and on Monday when the demo crew came in and they started taking down the ceiling that was in the conference room, they discovered that it had an exceptional amount of metal framing in it, and it was just way overbuilt. That delayed the crew probably a full day to get that ceiling out and down onto the ground. This week was not without its fun. The lead of the demo crew saw me up here doing some time-lapse videos and asked me if I wanted to drive the Terminator. So I did, and while I was driving the Terminator, Sean, the job superintendent, came up and he thought that was about the funniest thing he had seen in a month. So this here Terminator is a 3,500 pound carpet scraping machine, and it's not great for posture, but it sure is fun to drive around and scrape up carpet with if that's what you're into. I did it for like approximately 3 minutes and then I was over it. So these two ducts right here coming out of the ceiling are from 2 commercial 20-ton HVAC units, and they gave us a little bit of a surprise this week. Just like everything else in this building, it's been way overbuilt. The guys were trying to figure out how both of them connected with the fire dampers, and they both served both floors, we think, in the building, and how they were routed down to the first floor. It was very intricate and took them a significant amount of time to figure it out. That brings me to my next HVAC surprise. We got multiple bids to put a new HVAC system in the building. We were looking at a 3-part VRF system. The vendor we wanted to use that we already have a relationship with came in $50,000 more than our alternate bid. So now we're really down to looking at price versus relationship. When we first started making some drawings for this project, we had decided we were gonna put some larger windows in each of the living room units. And then somewhere down the line, we changed the design to be a little more modern or industrial. I'm not sure how we sorted this out. It's been so long. Again, we're 13 months behind at this point. So that did not make it in the original or the final construction bid for whatever reason. And when we went to do the final bid here recently, we found that the number of windows doubled. And so that actually doubled the cost of the masonry involved, because they were gonna have to cut out a bigger opening and then build it back up. We are looking at going back to single larger windows or keeping double small windows. Have an opinion? Leave it in the comment below, let me know. Love to hear your opinion, what we should do. The crews were moving so quickly after a couple of delays this week that got them a little behind. They were trying to catch up, that they actually started making so much trash so quickly that the dumpster company couldn't keep up with new clean dumpsters to bring them. So they started making just kind of big piles where they were sorting material waiting for dumpsters up here. Right outside this window is the dumpsters, and I asked the question to the demo crew's leader this week, why we didn't just take that window out and why they're putting everything in these small carts and taking it down the elevator. And he had a very interesting answer for me. And that was because they could take the window out, they considered it, but then they would be sorting this drywall and this metal out in the parking lot, and they did not want to do that. And on top of that, they would have to then fill that window in and lose the light until we got the new windows cut in the side of the building. So they wanted to keep that there so they could see what they were doing, and this was the method that they chose. So I don't know if it's the right one or not, but that's what they chose. and I found his reasoning interesting. One last piece we took care of this week with our general contractor and Hunter from Estes Excavation. That's a tongue twister, interesting name. We went outside and measured for our 2 stair towers and elevator shaft how much we were going to excavate so that we remained under the amount of total excavation that the city requires a permit. We didn't want to wait possibly the 3 to 6 months for that. The second floor, we didn't quite make it all the way this week. Was really hoping we would get the first floor done this week. We're not even done with this one. Hopefully next week we can show you where we've started on the first floor. I think that's a more reasonable expectation. Our biggest stressor right now is the city permits. We keep getting delayed by city permits on the next steps that we can do. It's not critical at this point, but it will become if the delays continue. Every update we've gotten from the city is that they're losing more and more employees for whatever reason, and that's creating a larger workload for the ones that are staying around and we're dealing with. So I thought I'd share just some of my personal thoughts about demoing this place. It's super fun to come in here, swing a hammer, knock some walls down. I've done a little bit of it myself. I wish I had captured it on video. But at the same time, it's a little bit stressful. So we took this old office building that not many people wanted. It probably wouldn't rent very well, and turned it into a space that nobody would want and you definitely could not rent. So we basically took what might have been some value and we made it absolutely no value. So it's kind of a one-way door situation where we have no choice but to move forward at this point, and that's pretty stressful. Hey, I gotta get back to scraping glue now. Like and subscribe for me. Somebody's gotta do work on the weekend. It might as well be me.
Whose jacket is up there?
I know, it's been up there all week.